Okay, I couldn't help but criticize my first video on the bracket orders, but I was really just emphasizing on entering the order and the layout and everything, and I neglected to highlight that we're not just playing a numbers game on this side. We're actually entering these targets really based on the chart over here. So let me use Apple as what I traded today for a first-hand example. So in and out today, when I come in, I saw Apple was extended above its initial opening. See, this is the 9:30 candle. If you look straight down at the bottom here, you have the time frame. 9:30, so that's where the market opened. That's where Apple opened this morning. And generally, I'll click the resistance here and support, which is what Jake taught me to do here. And it really holds true to it very well. And this is what yesterday's resistance or support. We can back out here in a minute. Anyway, but let's just focus on this. Why did I buy a put at a specific time? I could have bought it here, which was today's high at that point. I did not because I was busy for one, but then when I come back in and saw that it was closing, the candle was below this support. Let me back out so you see what I'm talking about. See this long-term support line? We can go even further. Starts way down here last Friday. So here we are Thursday. The support, it's pretty much held. It closed below it, but come right back up and maintain support. So that's why I couldn't help but make a follow-up. I just highlighted enter here, sell here, but there's really point and purposes behind that, and that all stems from the chart. So when I saw Facebook break below support, it wasn't holding it any longer, I saw this may be a good short entry, and short would be you buy on the put side because you're betting the stock is going down. And that's also, you see, most standard stock traders only will make money when it's going up unless they know how to short sell and short sell a stock. But we get that luxury of going both ways on options by doing calls when we think it's going up and puts when it's going down. So I bought Apple put. I paid 72 cents or $72 with a 30/15 ratio. If it goes up 30%, I sell. If it goes down 15%, it sells. So this is what my order looked like today. So let's hone in on it here if we can. So I bought at 11:30 exactly. So pretty much as soon as this candle, the 11:30 candle, see that straight down where it says 11:30? This candle opened right here. And I bought right in this zone here. And I was thrilled to see it break down. And once I bought it, I went back outside to continue working because I expected it to break down. If I lost $10, if it didn't break down and it hit my stop, it come back up and stop me out, I didn't have a problem with it. I tell you what, once I put my trade in, I could care less really what happened. Sure, I come back in later and I saw it start to roll, little uptrend. I thought, oh, it may roll over and break down further, but I just didn't have time to mess with it. So I let it run, and so I bought here. It come down here. This is my sell point for profit. If it went down to this point, that means that my option contract went up by 30% in value, and it would have sold right here. But as you can see, it did not. So let's move to the right. This is all time, 5-minute increments. That's what this is based on. We're going on the side. Of course, we got found some support, and that's why later I drew this in here. So let's go on over to where I'll show you where it did end up closing the sale. It closed right here in this candle, I should say. It closed it out right here. So $10 loss, something I could live with, no big deal. In the past I've been down a ton more, and thankfully oftentimes it's come back to where I can get out at a break even. But so I just wanted to show you where my entry was here. So I'll put this line straight across to where the green 1 + 1 STP, that is my limit order entry. So actually, yeah, I did buy in right here on this candle. And it broke down, but not as much as I would have liked to. Worked its way back up, sold for a $10 loss here. Not a big deal. The main thrust of this follow-up video is that it's not just, I have reasons where, I mean, part of my stop is it's not always based on, oh, this is resistance here. It's more so, well, I don't want to lose any more than that. And you see I had this because I figured, let me sell here because this has been support, shown that it was support. And so I'm going to be just above this support. If the stock were to fall sharply or work its way down here, chances are it would bounce off of this because it would be finding support. So you don't want to toy with a fine numbers game with this here. Like, well, if I'll just have a little lower, and then if it breaks through it sells. Well, it may not. It may not even touch the line and find support. So you want to be, you got to really be considerate of that. And what's nice about this one here, for your profit, see how you can zoom this up? If I want to change this, oh, I'm sorry. I've got to go up even further. Well, this is not working. Oh, there we go. See how you can adjust it? Watch on the left. Watch this line. If I lower my price target, see, you can move it to your chart settings. So see how I have this charted from, let me back up, from yesterday's opening candle was resistance, but it became support later in the day, or yesterday, whatever day we're on, I can't keep up. Anyway, so it's going to be, chances are it's going to be support again. Where are we at? Right up here. Anyway, so you see how you can adjust these lines just by moving your target, how it coincides. Well, I am getting all messed up. I guess that's what happens when, what is it, 1 in the morning? Let's see here. So you want to raise your target, you want to be right on the line, you want to be underneath it, just move it up. See how that helps? So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I just wanted to show you it's not just moving numbers around. It's based on your charting. And you really, if you're going to trade, you better get charting down first. So we'll work on that another night. So I hope that helps.